When we first tried to buy our first house in Australia, our budget was under 600,000. But by the end, it nearly more than doubled. And I'm going to tell you exactly how much we paid at the end of this reel. This is episode 2 of buying our first house in Australia. You know, when we started the process, we had about $40,000 in savings. So the plan was to move to the Sunshine Coast and rent for 6 months and then buy. But then somehow the market just ended up running away from us. And 6 months renting ended up becoming 4 whole years. That was 4 years in a house that was absolutely freezing in winter, boiling in summer, badly insulated, and honestly so miserable to live in. And by the time we seriously started looking again, $600,000 was totally gone. Before we knew it, we found a house that we loved that was $1.1 million. But my absolute cutoff point was $1 million because I didn't want a mortgage that was going to be over $5,000 a month. I mean, that was already double our rent at the time. But every cheaper house that we looked at had a problem. It was either mold, badly insulated, such a bad build, tiny layouts, or compromises such as felt way too big for us. And this is because we both work from home and we couldn't just say, you know, it'll be fine. I mean, we spend 90% of our life in our house. So our budget didn't just double because we wanted some dream mansion. It doubled because the houses we could actually live in kept moving further and further out of reach. By the end, we bought this house for $1.285 million and we put in a deposit of $210,000. And after 3 rate rises since October, our mortgage is now over $7,000 a month. In the next episode, I'm going to explain how we saved for the deposit and why it wasn't enough to make the mortgage feel comfortable.